Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 things that you want to buy before inflation gets worse. So let's get into it. Alright everybody, welcome back. So as you can see in front of you, obviously the first thing I'm going to tell you is food. And any kind of food you can buy. You notice I have freeze-dried wholesaler stuff out here, some Augustin Farms, some Thrive, but also store-bought canned mini raviolis, chicken and broccoli from Knorr, whatever you can buy. If you can't afford the freeze-dried stuff, then by all means, stock up in the stores because inflation's only going to get worse. And meat is going up like crazy. We've already seen meat go up in ridiculous amounts. So any kind of proteins or meats you can buy now will definitely save you in the long run. Now, one of the ways you can do that is use the freeze-dried wholesaler link and save 15%. But like I said, if you don't want to do that, and you don't want to do Thrive Life or anything like that, or My Patriot Supply, go to the store and just buy yourself canned food. Canned food will last the test of time, especially during this situation. It's probably going to be through the next few years. So definitely stock up on food. Let's do the next product. Now, as evidenced by the drip of stuff down here, this is actually taken from my laundry room. Laundry detergent. It's definitely going up more and more every day. It's going to be going up after the first of the month, first of the year, which we've already seen. So it's going up. You definitely want to get yourself some. Even the cheap stuff, this powdered stuff, this Ariel and that Focus stuff. If you can get it, get it. It's definitely good. It's definitely good to put away. I've used the powdered stuff. It does require that you use, a little bit less, so you don't get all that white stuff all over your clothing. But liquid or powder, stockpile it now before it gets too nuts. It's already gone up a little bit, but I'm definitely going to think it's going to go up a little bit more. Let's move to the next item. Next up, batteries. Batteries have gone up like crazy in the last year. Odd-sized batteries that you use, definitely stock up on them. AA's and AAA's, they're really seeming to be more of the standard. If you grew up in the 70s, you know that D's and C's were the standard more than the smaller ones. But now, you start to see more devices run on A's, AA's, and AAA's. And you're also starting to see a lot more CR123s and the CR2032, the 2032 button batteries. If you have any devices that run on that, stockpile batteries now. They're only going to go up more. You can also consider rechargeables, and AA's and AAA's are pretty good for rechargeables. About 10 years ago, I kind of launched this big, I'm going to change everything to rechargeables. And it was right before the battery chemistry got good. And I was so disappointed because every rechargeable I bought, I'd charge it 2 or 3 times and it would lose more power, more ability to hold charge. Finally, I just got rid of them and went back to regular batteries. However, rechargeables now are way, way better because battery chemistry has greatly improved. So get yourself batteries. All right, we have to back up the camera a little bit. We're getting full out here. Condiments, definitely condiments. Things like hot sauce, ketchup, barbecue sauce, spices, anything to make your food taste better. Things like salt and pepper. Matter of fact, I'm going out today to stock up on some salt because I realized I didn't have any in my working pantry. I have a lot in my regular pantry, but I want to rotate it out. So I go get the salt first and rotate it out. So any kind of spices, anything like that, ketchup, barbecue sauce, especially hot sauce, makes everything taste better. It depends on how hot you like your stuff, but it definitely helps. So definitely stock up on that. I have seen the prices on ketchups and barbecue sauces and mustards and mayos going up. Cooking oils. Any kind of cooking oil you use. And yes, I know vegetable oil isn't good for you. There's no need for the health warriors to overload the comments with, oh, that's poison. Any kind of oils you use. Lard. Believe it or not, lard is a whole lot better for you than vegetable oil. I just happen to have this here because sometimes I'll fry in it. Things like coconut oil, almond oil, avocado oil. There's tons of different oils you can use now. They have gone up in price tremendously. So it's definitely a good idea to start stocking up on that kind of stuff right now before the prices get crazy. Oils always seem to go up quick. You'll notice here I have a can of older Thrive butter, powdered butter. Not the best to cook with in a pan for lubrication, but awesome for when it calls for it in a recipe. And you can also whip it up and make regular butter for your toast or whatever, and it's great. For some reason, it doesn't like the heat when you're cooking in a pan, and it will burn. But other than that, it's great. So definitely any kind of cooking oil you're going to use, stock up on it now. Fuels. Any kind of fuels that you use to cook with, any kind of fuels that you use for your vehicle, your generator, whatever. You notice the other day I did that diesel heater. I have been stocking up on diesel fuel now. I actually bought a couple of new cans to put the diesel in. So definitely fuels, anything. Even two-stroke oil if you need it, and we'll get into why you'd need that later. But anything you use regularly as far as fuels go for your stoves, for your emergency camp stuff, definitely stock up on them now. We've seen propane go through the roof. Okay, the denatured alcohol at I buy this at Home Depot. That stuff has gone up at least $2 or $3. This stuff's gone way up. You know, isobutane used to be super cheap. This used to be $1 something at Walmart. Now they're up to $2.60 something each can. So definitely check them out, and you can get these in the Asian food stores. A lot of times they'll find these deals for $12 for $13, $14. So check them out. Definitely stock up on fuels. Let's move to the next item. All right, we're moving a little bit further back, but this one should be obvious. All paper goods. Paper towels, toilet paper, paper plates. I didn't bring paper plates or silverware out here because really I didn't have room for them. But anything like that, Ziploc bags. I have some over here. Let me grab them out. Ziploc bags for storing your food. You know, your leftovers. Any kind of your sealer bags, you know, your vacuum sealer bags that you want to seal up leftovers or new food in. So this stuff's gone up like crazy, the Ziploc bags. And of course, we've seen the toilet paper and paper towels go up too. It's also something that kind of disappears really quick too the minute there's a panic. So stock up on that stuff and get yourself set up. All right, we've got about 3 more items to go, so let's check them out. All right, this one's severely underrepresented on the table here. But we're going to talk about personal hygiene items, toothbrushes, deodorant, toothpaste. I do have deodorant here that I forgot to put out. Any kind of things like that. Razors, definitely razors. Even if they're the cheap ones, these happen to be the cheapy Walmart ones that I buy, the Schick or whatever it is, the Schick razors. They are like 12 for, I don't know, $4. I stockpile those. Yeah, they're not perfect. Yeah, they only may last 1 or 2 times. But hey, you know what? They work. Even buy an electric razor. You know, if you shave every day, an electric razor doesn't require that you throw them out or put new blades in it or anything. So definitely stock up on that stuff now. Personal hygiene items are only going to get more expensive. And from what I've read, within the next year, that's one of the things they project to really skyrocket in price. All right, let's move on to a very important item that you may not think of. Cleaning items. How many times have you thought of how often you use, say, your dish soap, your Lysol, your Windex, your Pledge, whatever you're going to use to clean your house? Just because the economy's collapsing around you or there's chaos in the streets, you're probably going to still want to keep your place clean. So definitely stock up on this stuff. I have seen Windex especially. Now I buy the cheapest Windex there is because it's all the same stuff. They used to have the refills, which I have a good amount of, for $1, literally. You know, the big refills that you just dump in here and you still have about that much left in the refill bottle. I think they're, I want to say half gallon or quart or whatever. Anyway, they were $1. At one point, they were 98 cents. They were $1. Over the last 10 years, they are now into the $2.60 range. These are $1 each. They're easy to stockpile. You can buy a bunch of them, put them away. This will work for most stuff. I mean, cleaning-wise, this will clean almost everything. Dish soap has gone up in price. These used to be $1. They're now $1.70. And Lysol. Boy, did we see that disappear last year. And not only that, but if you use it, you definitely want to have it in stock. So you stock up on that. Number one, because it disappears quick whenever there's some kind of health issue or pandemic or anything like that. Number two, because if you use it, you're going to want to keep using it after some kind of emergency. All right, let's go to my last item. And this is something that people have been asking me about. I'm going to give you a quick explanation why it's not fully ready yet. Although it is ready, it's not fully ready. And it's definitely something you should think about. Sorry for the bad lighting. It's the best I can do right about now. Over on this side of my my garage, you notice my solar stuff back there on both sides. Alternate transportation. A bicycle. Electric bikes. They're real popular right now. They can be recharged via solar. Any kind of alternate transportation. If fuels get in tight supply, if cars become unattainable, and they're already pretty unobtainable right now, getting a car is very, very expensive. Used cars are through the roof. Yet I continually see scooters that might need a little bit of work on them, or maybe a new carburetor on sale for $400 on Facebook Marketplace. Definitely think about alternate transportation right now before things get ugly. Even if all you can afford is a $25 bicycle from Goodwill, that's better than nothing, and at least it will keep you moving around and getting to where you need to go. One of the reasons I haven't been able to get this on the road yet is because the Nevada DMV is having issues. Let me tell you. These, you can't just bring these up there and get a license plate for them and drive them away. You can't drive them without a license plate on them in Nevada. Registration is one time, it's like 90 bucks. One time registration, no insurance, no BS. They're really easy to register. However, at DMV, they need to be brought up so they can be inspected to make sure they have blinkers and rear view mirrors and, make sure they're a legal vehicle. But the problem is, our DMV is so overloaded that people literally line up at 5:30 in the morning for when they open, and they take the first 25 people, and that's it. So if you get up there and there's 26 people ahead of you, and you've brought this up on a trailer, which I don't have, so I'd have to have a friend drive me up there and trail the thing up there with me, wait for a few hours for them to say, oh, sorry, come back tomorrow, and have it brought back here on a flatbed. So we're waiting until the DMV calms down a little bit. I know people are really anxious to see the survival scooter get on the road. It is running very, very well. I do take it out once in a while and just run it up and down my street, and hopefully I don't get in trouble for that. But I'm not going on the roads with it, just up and down the street here real quick. And I do run it every few days to make sure the engine's okay. But it's running great now. We've got it all fixed up. I even got a new front tire because my front tire was flat. So definitely think about alternate transportation. Let's wrap up on the table for the last little bit of it, and I will talk to you in a sec. All right, so I hope I've given you guys some good ideas on what to get before things get crazy and ugly, and definitely before things go up in price with the inflation that we're seeing right now. Some of it's a little too late already, but you're still going to get it cheaper than down the road later in the year. So now is the time to start hitting your stores and maybe buying an extra thing of Windex, an extra thing of propane, an extra thing of oils, a couple extra cans of food every week. Our stores are starting to get thin again. In certain areas we're starting to see some shortages again. So definitely stock up on stuff now. These are 10 items that I feel you should buy before inflation hits. Now, if you have any other ideas down below, feel free to put them in the comments. I do not mind when people comment and give me good ideas. So feel free to leave your comments below on items that you feel might be important in some kind of situation where hyperinflation really hits hard. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out all our links down below, our affiliate links. We have our Amazon store. We have our freeze-dried wholesaler link. You can pick up freeze-dried food there. You click that link, you're going to save 15% on anything he sells in that store. Don't forget our My Patriot Supply. They have some amazing deals this month on bulk food. That's preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. $100 off a 3-month kit. I mean, that's pretty darn good. Don't forget our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well. Nothing to join. If you just want to try out the food, you can order a few cans, see if you like it. You don't have to buy the big 10 cans. You can buy the smaller pantry cans and see if you like it and try it out. Anyway, folks, I do thank you for watching. Stay safe, have a great Sunday, and stay prepared.